Welcome to NASCAR Heat 5. Folks, today we have got the championship race for the Truck Series. Our biggest goal today, win the championship, get out of the Truck Series. Why? Well, let's just break it down as quick as possible, and that's through our reputation. As you can see, we've run a full season in Xfinity, and we have 28 friends out of 36 drivers. We have 0 rivals. I don't think we have anybody even greater than somebody who is upset, I think, was the highest, or annoyed was the worst that we have in Xfinity. And as you can see in the Truck Series, 18 of 32 drivers are rivals. And it all stems back to probably the first 4 races of Season 1, where I thought bump drafting was okay. It's not. Problem is, once someone's a rival, they spend all their time running into you, ramming into you, whatever. Them ramming into you will cause you to hit other drivers, yada, yada. It's a big domino effect, and it really turned our season and our career in the Truck Series upside down. So our goal is to win the championship one time here, get out of here, and start working on our Xfinity team. We're going to have new drivers in the Xfinity Series next season. That starts literally next week. Very excited about that. I'm also going to start working on the paint schemes and the driver roster for the Cup Series. And that way, if we win a race in Xfinity next year and get bounced to the Cup Series on a similar situation that we had this year, where we were in Xfinity driving for another team, we might do that, or might end up having that happen to us in the Cup Series as well. So I want to make sure that I'm ready this time. We don't have to go through a season without having drivers around us that are our subscriber drivers or custom paint schemes and all that. Anyway, though, the focus right now is the 150 laps here at Phoenix Raceway, and we've got to get out there and put down some good quality laps. It's a long race. We don't need to win it all at once, but we do need to be there at the end. So let's get out there, do a little bit of practice, and we'll see you at qualifying. All right, we got close, but people aren't running their laps, consistently at 26.7. That's a great qualifying time, but we're looking for consistency, and we consistently were running around 27.1s. That was our best lap, obviously. And here we go, coming up at turn number 4 for our qualifying lap. Let's cut the dog leg. Bring it up. Slow it down ever so slightly. Try to roll that corner as much as possible. A little high on the corner, but that's all right. See if we can get 3 and 4 right. Pretty good. Get on it early. Bring it down. There you go. So not a bad lap. 6th place, not too shabby. We're just going to take a look at the other 3 drivers that we're competing with for the championship. We've got David Schildhouse qualifying 3rd. There we are in 6th. Stuart Friesen in 9th. Johnny Sauter in 11th place. For the rest of you, I'll scroll through, you'll see your drivers there. But hopefully this will be the last time you see your drivers in the Truck Series. Take a look at your pre-race information. Jason White, well prepared for this race. Good for them. Speedy Jones has been dominant all weekend. Hey, good for them as well. And Bryce Egan, your pole winner. So, a lot of positive news for these drivers. As we're about to get behind the wheel right now. Try to get right out to the front and never look back. Green flag drops. The cactus goes from yellow to green. We're doing whatever we can do here. Hold it. There we go. A lot of shuffling going around. We got Speedy Jones on our inside. He's going to run us up into the wall a little bit. Not too terribly, but enough. Being on the outside isn't the best place for us. We're 3 wide coming off of 4. Good news is we cleared Jones. Bad news is we overdrove the corner. Good news is we're able to get back on the gas early. We might clear Jones again, although Friesen's right there. He's not a rival, so that helps. Trying to hold on to this for as long as possible, carry as much speed through the turn as I can. We can't do much. We've got Stuart freezing on our inside. And now that we kind of settled in, we would have gotten a huge run off, but Malone was there. Oh, I was like, why is my steering wheel going that way? Max Cost had caught us, and it went bad. It's all right. And that wasn't all right either, but... Oh, we are in the middle of 3 wide. Cost slams us up into the wall, spins himself out, up into the wall. And there comes the caution. We've got no damage, so that's good. We'll start the restart on the inside in 9th place. Not where we want to be as far as the place goes, but inside is good. So let's see if we can't jump our way up. All 3 championship drivers in the front 2 rows. Let's get up behind them as soon as possible. Had to be careful when I got on the gas because I was half on the apron, but it worked out. You can get away with that a little bit on this track. It's not a ton. And Malone has a pretty strong truck there, would appear. I hope in the new NASCAR game that they actually skip the dog leg just as their line. Or that there's a better AI that kind of lets them make that choice on their own, you know? We've caught the 3. We're going to go to the inside. We're going to make that aggressive move on the inside. Sauter does drive us down, but he's fine. It looked nastier than it was. He's fine. We got Schildhouse right on our fender. Get a little contact from him that's going to delay our ability to get back on the gas. As, of course, someone hits your right rear, it sends you right, and now he's trying to pin us up against the wall. Get back on it. We would have had a really good run there, but I had to get on the brakes. Ooh. Yep. Just, they don't give you any room when they're rivals. He drove right down to the line, even though we were there. When we're around drivers that aren't rivals, it's completely different how they do that. But we'll use him this time. Being on the outside, we'll be able to get on it. His tires were smoking as he was trying to drive us down onto the apron. Unfortunately, Egan is also a rival. That's one of those. He became a rival only because we got hit into him too many times. So that part sucks really bad. Because I liked Egan. I liked that he was one of the custom drivers that weren't a rival. I'm pretty sure every custom driver is a rival. Oh, no. Oliveira is angry at us. I think Malone isn't anything. And then... Whoa. Lost it there. I know you couldn't tell, but we did. We lost it there. Anyway, and I think there's one other one. Whoa. Come on. Pay attention here. See if we get a good run out of 2. Catch right back up to him. Oliveira. Oh, no, Rick is mad. He's a custom driver, but he's not a subscriber driver. I just brought him up from the other series. It's going to be crazy when we get into Xfinity with these drivers next season. Regardless of the turnout of this, the new drivers for Xfinity will be here next year. And it'll be... Wow. Hold on. I was trying to get inside of Sauter. Only way to do it was on the apron, but I can't just get on the gas there, so I had to be really attentive to what I was doing. Anyway, these drivers aren't rivals in the Xfinity series at all. Oh, he barely hit me, and that did that. Well, caution will fly. That was weird. Sauter drove down on us. That's what did that. All right, we're up in second, starting on the outside next to our friend Stuart Friesen, so that's good. which just means we're not going to get run into, so we get a nice run out. And hopefully we can kind of get into a groove here. Freeze has got a fast truck.
Got a car coming inside now.
And he's going to work for it. But we got, again, as long as we hit our marks, we are a very fast truck. We got to hit our marks, though. We also have to be aware that it's a fast truck, but it's also just moments from disaster every time we hit a turn. And that was one example. I was sliding through that, barely touched the brakes, and we went sliding sideways, but we were able to get it under control pretty quick. So that's just kind of where I'm at with this truck right now. It's good, you know, as you can see, but yep, it just happened again. Ooh. What's up with my tires? Are they? Oh yeah, my right rear is super hot. See if I can help that. Holy crap, freezing. I mean, good for him, but holy crap, he was super fast. Anyway. He's there. I'm not gonna, I mean, I'm gonna fight him, but remember what I said at the beginning of the race. You gotta be there at the end to win. We're certainly not gonna be there at the end if we wipe out right now. Oh wow, freezing. He went for the spot. Normally they back out of it. Good for him, honestly. I'm not mad about it. He was there. I needed to give him the room. I can't, you know, jump on someone's inside, expect them to give me the room, and then have someone jump to my inside, get to my fender, and not give them the room. Obviously. I just have to drive better. And I'm going to try to cool off my tires a little bit, though. This is going to be a super nice run. Yeah. It's going to be an even better run if I didn't catch up to freezing completely. We could have had it really good coming out of 2 there. Here we go. Yeah. This will give me a chance to cool the tires off, just driving around for a while. We're doing quite all right. It's going to be an awesome race for the championship here, though. By telling of how Stuart Friesen is driving right now, we got David Schildhaus there in 5th place. Undoubtedly going to be vying, doing what he can to get up here, battling it out as he moves up into 4th place around Matt Malone. That's actually not the race being half over, that's the stage being half over. And what's important about that is that we're going to speed things up when we bring it back to the start-finish line through the rest of stage number 1. All I'm doing is sticking with Friesen right now. Trying my best not to lose it. So we'll be back on the mic at the end of stage number 1. We'll take that every day of the week. We passed freezing and never looked back. We had a few handful of issues with the truck being loose and things like that, but we handled it, and Stuart Friesen comes in second. It would appear that Schildhaus dropped out of the top 5, always in 6th, and Johnny Sauter in 10th.
We're going green. Be ready here.
Speedy Jones jumped up a couple of spots, otherwise everybody in the beginning looks pretty much the same that they did. We're going to get a nice jump out front here, and then do the best that we can to not overheat the tires, because I feel like we were fighting that the entire first stage, which was my problem. We were fighting overheated tires, and already it feels so much better than it did. I mean, obviously we're on fresh stuff. We were at 17% on the right rear, which was probably a big reason why we had so many issues late. But we maintained, and we got into lap traffic, and we did a good job there. And I practice a ton. I don't want to be in the truck series anymore, only because of the rival system, so I practice a ton on this track. And to be honest with you, this is much like it was in Dirt to Daytona. This was one of my worst tracks in the old configuration. And then, oh, look at that, 26.88. Anyway, it ended up being one of my best tracks because of how much we practiced it. And then I got to this one in the truck series last year, and of course with the different configuration, it was absolute trash for me, and we finished 22nd place with a truck that had been fighting for victories on the hard difficulty last year or last season, and then all of a sudden here we were, you know, in the same position of trashy basically driving that we had been in Dirt to Daytona. And much like that, with the extra practice, now we're out here doing just a stellar job. We know our marks. We studied it. We watched other people drive it. And I learned, you know. Took the time on this track. If I could do it with every track, I would. But you don't really have to. I mean, I'd say Richmond will be the other one that I'm going to try to do this with. Ooh, that's weird. Who was it? See if anyone's pitting. Looks like Speedy Jones. Oh no. I don't know if Speedy Jones is just pitting because he's so close. I mean, he only would drop 4 spots, or if he was one involved in the caution. I say oh no because they said that he was having a really stellar weekend so far. So I hope that for them that they end up with a really good finish. I know it sounds weird because he's a rival, but he's not in real, you know, he's one of my subscriber drivers. So of course I want them to do well just behind me. See if I can jump back out again. Tires are in a really good state right now as far as heat goes after the restart. Anyway, though, did a lot of watching and things like that, and I feel like this might become one of my, as far as technical track goes, this might become one of my best tracks, simply because of the time we put into it. Should probably take notes on these things so I remember. It's a long period of time between tracks. I can understand why drivers really put in all the time that they put in real life, or sim drivers for that matter. You know, you get an hour of practice before the race, and I gotta be honest with you, if I was sim racing in a league, I wouldn't feel like enough, but it'd probably be all the time I would get to do it because, I mean, I have a career and family and all that, so hard to get that extra time in. You try to do the best that you can, and that's why in a video game like this, it works out, because I'm able to come out here, you know, except for this race, which I'm actually running as late as humanly possible because I had to get the practice in. But aside from this race, all the other ones I pretty much just jump in and go. And honestly, I take a little break between races, but I do. Right now, it's been, I record 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. But if I have stuff going on either day, I have to try to fit 4 in on my day off, you know, so it's gets hectic, but I love it. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. We have driven out again to a nice 1.3 second lead. I think we're going to do the opposite this time. I think we're going to actually have the speed up early. And then we're going to come back with you guys once we reach lap traffic. Because we only have 30 laps remaining in stage number 2. But there's not much to talk about as long as I keep hitting my marks like I am. And we don't have cautions flying. We shouldn't have to worry about who's behind us, but I'd love to lap as many trucks as possible before stage 3, because if there's a late stage caution or a late race caution and we're not leading, fresh tires could do a world of difference for us. So anyway, we're going to focus up and we'll be back on the mic with you when we catch lap traffic. Should be probably 10 laps or so. Oh, we've caught lap traffic. Just got around Carpenter. And this is where we have to start worrying, especially when we have side-by-side racing like this, because Stout is a rival, so we can't just... We can be next to Oliveira, but not Stout. I'll give him a boop. Hopefully we're going to be able to get to his inside and really... Yeah, okay. Goal there is just because I knew I was going to take a hit from him, was to be able to do what I just did, because we've got a better truck than him. So getting that bump wasn't going to really change it. You saw he went to look like he was going to do the crossover once he hit us, but he couldn't because we just have a faster truck. So that's huge. Obviously we want it to stay green. Again, pass as many trucks as we can. But also, this is where it becomes extra stressing because, yeah, we've got a nice lead on Stuart Friesen, but you make any real mess up, you have to recover from it, and guess what? Stuart Friesen passes you. Also, this is stage number 2, you know. Oh, there goes, there he goes, spins out completely, too. Jeez. Here comes the caution. That was, Parker Smith. He hit us. You know we didn't hit him. He came down, hit us as we went into the corner, as they do in their rivals, and wrecked himself, spun out. I hope he didn't affect Friesen, because it looked like he hit someone behind us.
Coming to the green. Ready.
Friesen is still here, so that's good. Worst thing that could have happened, honestly, overall. Because now we're right back into needing to do it all again. What we just had accomplished over multiple laps. Schildhaus back in the top 5. Friesen right behind us again. No 2-second lead. All because of a... and I rolled that corner way wrong, so we're about to lose the lead. Oh. 12 to go in stage number 2.
Got a car low now.
Alone right there. And I didn't do very well coming through those turns. Schildhaus on the inside of Kenseth. They're battling it out. Get on the gas again. Yeah, I knew Malone had a good truck. I said it before. And he's up here with the top 3 fighting us.
Careful, still there.
Nice thing about Friesen is he's not a rival, so he's going to give me a little bit of room,
Still there.
which is good.
All clear. Got one outside now. Clear all around there.
There we go. Back to the lead, but for how long? I don't know.
I need 10 more solid laps.
10 laps. Dog leg certainly helps. certainly helped there, but I don't know. Malone is in front of Friesen now. That could be good. Nice buffer. But not if Malone is super fast, because then he's just going to be right up on us. Those two are battling it out side by side. That's a huge thing for us, actually. Them battling out side by side is going to slow them both down a little bit. That could be very helpful to what we're trying to accomplish here. We kind of get out a little lead here. The thing is now we don't have a bunch of cars a lap down, which sucks. That's probably the hardest part about this. I was really hoping that, because it's kind of a safety net if we screw up. 8 to go here in stage number 2. We've got that buffer. We've got Matt Malone. He does have the lead on Friesen right now, but he's also on the outside, so I don't know how long that's going to last. Whoa, whoa. Yep, I don't know if you heard the tires. They didn't like that. 7 to go. Yeah, they caught back up to me. I made some mistakes, and I made a mistake going through 1 and 2 as well. If we can get it together right now. Malone right on my bumper. But he's not a rival, so I don't have him flying up and just ramming into me, which is a big deal. Still, again, my turn 2 wasn't good. Got cool tires, actually, so I don't know why it's acting so poorly. Not cool, but relatively speaking, where we've been to where we are right now. Not like we're overheating them. Chilled house behind Friesen. Couple seconds, but he's there. Not quite sure where Sauter is, but I also don't care. Probably out of the 3 of them, he's my least favorite. Well, that was bad. That was a big hit. Friesen gets the inside. Friesen takes the lead away. Malone gets to our inside. We're going to fight with him. Try to get a good drive through here and do well. I don't know what we're going to do. Slow in, fast out. That caution sucked. It ruined the whole thing for me, and now the truck isn't driving as well. We only have a couple laps left here in the second stage. We're battling it out with multiple other trucks. Got the run on the inside of Malone. That's good. Shield house right behind us. He's not falling back any farther. Friesen looks like he's driving away a bit, but we're going to change that right now. 2 to go. Oh, that was a bad. I'm hoping I can do something with it, though. I think I did. All right. Get into Friesen's draft, maybe? Or no. I would like to be in front of him at the end of this lap.
Careful, still there.
And I think we can do it. Got the inside line. Drag racing down the back stretch. Oh, he didn't pinch me down, but he did hold me down just enough. He's going to take the stage 2 victory. All right, folks, it all comes down to this. We passed Friesen on pit road. Stage number 3. Cactus goes green, and so do we. Get a nice jump. Try to get as much of a jump as possible. Malone quick to the inside on Friesen. Oh, it feels so much better with fresh tires. I know that's obvious, but I can't express how much we're fighting this truck when we don't have fresh tires. Doing whatever we can to not lose any time or position. This could be a battle at the end, but Friesen has dropped back to third place. This is a big deal for us. We've already got him over a second down. That's not to say he won't battle right back. And we still have Matt Malone to contest with. Always seems to be at least one car, one truck that sticks with you no matter how well you're doing against everyone else. And right now, that's Matt Malone. Doing well to drive away from him a little bit. The other issue is we are not going to be able to make 54 laps with these tires, so I'm hoping there's a caution. I hope. The issue is, though, if there's a caution, we're kind of hoping either there's a lot of cautions and we just don't have to pit, or we're hoping that there are... I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I don't know if the other drivers are going to run out of tire at the end here and need to pit. Like Atlanta, they'll pit for tires before they run out of gas. I don't know if that's going to be the case here or if it's going to be bigger. Wow, Friesen and Schildhaus battling it out for 5th place right now. That's crazy. Almost 2 seconds back, which is nice for us. But again, because we have Malone right hot on our tail, we can't just slow it up or preserve our tires or anything. We need to drive like it's, well, potentially the last race in the truck series for us. Doing all right, focusing up right now. Obviously putting a lot of distance between us and the other championship contenders. I forgot at the end of the stage to see where Johnny Sauter was. You knew that Friesen was in front of us and Schildhaus was in the top 5. Got nearly a second on Malone now, which is nice. Something about seeing that full second, even though it's not much different than where he's at right now, that makes me feel good about the whole thing. Again, we don't have to win the race to win the championship, but how nice is it to win a race at the championship? It's a big deal. At least it's a big deal for me. We'll burn this thing down on this apron if that happens. It'd be nice. Oh, there's Malone actually gaining on us a little. Ooh, we screwed that turn up. Hopefully the apron will make up for our mistake. Little bit. Little bit. Can't get on the brakes too hard at all. I mean, I'm barely getting on them going through any of these turns. Yeah, it seems nice when I drive it in deep like that, but then it goes all bad when I end up needing to brake harder because we drove it in too far. I need to hit my marks and not try to push it at all. There's no reason to push it. We're leading everybody. There's no reason to try to find that extra little bit. If we just keep doing what we do, we know that we're going to end up maintaining a lead. If we push it, make a mistake, hit the wall, miss a turn, get loose. Matt Malone pitting. We are not pitting. We are not pitting. Wanted to see where Schildhouse, Friesen, Johnny Sauter's in 10th. Okay. All right. Well, Malone is no longer right there. Now it's Gary Norton. So hopefully we take the jump here and drive away from him because he's a rival. I don't want to get smashed by him. With Malone out of it, though, Schildhouse and Friesen have moved up into 4th and 5th respectively, so that's not great. Because that means they're that much closer to us. I'm hoping Gary Norton doesn't have the same truck that Matt Malone had. And we had Norton and everybody's third and farther back really falling off, so. But here he is, Gary Norton, not falling back after a lap. I mean, it's just a lap, but, you know, that's how it feels. That didn't go well. That went very poorly. $40 laps remaining in the championship. Got 110 laps down. Now we're doing whatever we can to put some space between us and the pack behind us. Johnny Sauter from 10th to 5th. In a matter of no time at all, he's made himself known here. 4th place now. He knows he can just sit around hanging out, cruising for the first 2 stages. But now he knows the only way he's going to win this is if he wins the race. So I think that stage points matter. And we got 19 stage points right now in this race. Stage 1 got 2nd place in stage 2. So I think we can win this on stage points too. Or on points alone, I mean. Yeah, we're putting a little bit of a gap between us and Norton, but not nearly as much as we were before. Still putting down pretty good laps, though. 27.2 is not too shabby. Not much to talk about right now. Let's speed it up. And we'll be back probably if we hit lap traffic would be the big one, or when we start to talk about the potential of pitting. I don't know if we can make it the whole way with these tires. Got 36 left. And got 62% left on the right rear. I don't know if we can make it. I guess we'll find out as the race progresses. We'll be back at you. Probably when we're hitting lap traffic. All right, we caught lap traffic. I'm concerned about tires. We are definitely getting the effects of our tires right now. I need to keep that in mind, because if we have to pit for tires, I mean, we could lose this whole race.
Careful, still there.
We've got a decent lead, yeah, 3 seconds, but you know how fast that can go away. Got a rival on our outside pushing us down.
You got room, you're clear there.
He almost wiped himself out again. Do whatever I can do here to not... Well, I mean, if I'm going to win this race, it doesn't matter if we run into Gustine, but...
Still there. You got room, you're clear.
Obviously, my goal is still to preserve tires are at 40% with 23 laps to go. I don't know. We're gonna make it. I have to keep driving as hard as I can. I guess I can kind of come off a little bit later and get on the gas a little bit later, or a little bit earlier, come off the... Back up the corners is the phrase I'm looking for. With the great hope that it's going to give us a nice ability. It looks like second place in them got stuck in behind at least one person, because we're now 4 seconds ahead and a bunch of jumbling just happened. Johnny Sauter up to third place, but fourth place, but that's 5 seconds behind, basically.
20 more laps, no mistake.
20 more laps, 34%. Yeah, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. I don't think it's possible for us to make it 20 laps with the tires we have. And all I can do right now is hope and pray that nobody can. I don't know what kind of tire condition they're in. Pretty nervous about the outcome of this race if we have to pit. Even right now, pitting with pitting under caution is even concerning. Because unless this goes long
Hold your line, got one inside.
and we pit under caution with you know, only dropping back to 15th or something, it's still going to be a crapshoot as to whether or not we can get to the lead again.
All clear.
I don't know. This is very stressful. 17 to go, 29%. Try my best to go wide, not push the tires at all. Keep it up higher on the track. Hope that that preserves the tires. Not push it as hard. I don't know. Trying to think of anything I can possibly do here to save on these tires. We're going to watch them, see how much percent we go down per lap. 26% left. $15 laps left in the race. 25% at the line it was. Oh, and of course we have Harmon in front of us. So there's 1%. I think we're losing like 1.5% per lap. Which, is that going to be okay? It's going to have to be. Not even. It's almost 2% per lap. Okay, well. That's how that happened. That was bad. Oh, we just barely lost 8% there. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be really close. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that wasn't good at all. That took 1% off. Shoot. That sucked. Stop hitting the wall, Tony. Oh, and that took another % off. 12 laps left. We can basically not do what I just did. Oh, yeah, we've let them catch us big time while doing that. That's not good. What am I going to do? Nothing. Lose the race? Without a caution, I think we are. This is terrible. This is terrible. %, 10 to go. Oh my goodness. I'm trying my best to... Yeah, oh my. This is gonna save us. We're not pitting. It's gonna save us. We'll come back with like 6 to go with 16% tire. We should be good. Oh. All right, let's see what happens. This is it, folks. This is it. 16% there, 6 laps left in the race. We don't have a choice. We got to drive it as hard as possible, though. Buddy, we can't manage our tire. We're trying to win a championship here. And we got a rival right behind us. He's going to do whatever he can to ruin our day. Well, we know where they are. We're going to keep an eye on the tires, but I think we're okay. I think we're okay, and also our tires are a little cooler, so I don't think we're burning them up as bad anyway. They're behind us. Hit this apron. Shut up. 4 to go. 12%. Imagine if we lose this race because we blew a tire. %. Why? We haven't even heated these tires up, and it seems like we're... Well, 1. We lost 1% there. All right. We're driving it. We're not paying attention to that anymore. We're just giving it. Got a 4/10 lead. Johnny Sauter there in 3rd place. He's a championship contender. Everyone is basically stacked up here. 2 laps left in the championship. Hope for a good drive out of 2. Give us a little bit of space on Kenseth. I gotta take a peek. 8%. We're fine. We are fine there. Kenseth is at our bumper. Last lap coming up right now. We're giving it everything we've got. Oof, we slid, but we didn't lose enough speed there to matter. Bring it off. Don't hit the wall. Huge. This is going to happen. We have the potential of getting out of the Truck Series right now, coming through 3, through 4. Let it go high, let it fade up, folks. We just won ourselves a championship.
Good job.
Woo! You better believe we're going to burn this bad boy down. What's the button on here for? Here we go. Going to bring it. Holy crap, win the race, win the championship, win it all, get out of the Truck Series. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It was quite possibly the most stressful race. If you think about the fact that we led it so much, led most laps, led the race, did all that stuff, and then at the end, worried about blowing our tires. Now we're trying to burn them right out of this truck, because we don't plan on getting back into this truck ever again. We have damaged this engine, and I don't care. That's the point. Let's do it right. There we go. Redline this thing until it doesn't run anymore. You have got to love it, folks. I could not be more excited about winning this race. What a giant weight off of my shoulders. Holy crap. Woo! Your final from Phoenix. Tony Savoy wins the race, wins the championship. Matt Kenseth second. Johnny Sauter, your first other championship driver, comes in third. Stuart Friesen comes in sixth. David Schildhouse comes in ninth. There it is, officially on your screen. What a fantastic feeling that is. There is the Truck Series trophy. I don't know if that's just for this race or if it's for the championship, but look different than the other ones. Fastest lap came to us with a 26.887. See, I knew that they couldn't keep up that qualifying time. Most laps led comes to us as well. Matt Kenseth started 14th, finished second. Tough break goes to Grant Enfinger, started second, finished 14th. I believe we didn't have a single DNF in this whole race. Yep, that was the championship trophy that we saw. Unbelievable. And we only got 160 fans for winning the championship. That's a little bit off. Tony Savoy wins the NASCAR Truck Series Championship. After the confetti, what's next? I'll tell you right now, it's not staying in the Truck Series. Stuart Friesen, thank you, sir. Austin Hill, thank you. Angela Rutch, thank you. Jordan Anderson, thank you. Austin Hill, thank you. That's it. That's it. Okay. Well, we partied responsibly because even though we won a championship there, we're still racing for Mike Harmon Racing for one more race. That was saying racing a lot, but we're doing it here at Phoenix Raceway. Loaded up that championship truck. It's going to go ahead and get sent off to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Probably not. I don't think they do that with the trucks, do they? They do that with the Cup cars, though. Anyway, awesome. Unbelievable drive. I can't explain how much effort had to go into this one. It wasn't just a simple get in the car and drive it. And we really put forth just a ton of effort into making sure that we were going to win this championship race, really. I mean, this was the biggest one for me, and we did it, you know. Other things to talk about, we've got this race here to finish out the season. That'll come out tomorrow, so that'll be good. The Xfinity race it'll be different. We'll probably be in the pack the whole time, so stay tuned for that race. It's 100 laps, not 200. I haven't reset anything yet, but it's 100 laps, and it's no stages, and that's gonna carry over going forward. We won't have stage racing. We'll discuss it for the Cup Series when we get to it, because those races, even though we're running half of them, will be a lot longer than the Xfinity races, but it doesn't make sense for Xfinity to break them up. So anyway, folks, unbelievable here. Smash that like button. Smash it. Hit it for the championship drive that came down to tires and a late caution that saved our butts, so we didn't have to go get tires or, risk it all. So anyway, folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I do want to take a moment out to say thank you so very, very much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.